Hi. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you all. Could everyone turn on the camera so that I can see you, like we can better engage? Yeah, let's just start now. Can you all see my screen now? Is it okay? Is it working? Okay, hi everyone. Can you all see my screen? Okay, yeah. Hi everyone. Welcome to Sino-Peruvian Youth Conference. I'm very happy to be here to see all of you. And this is a really precious opportunity that all of us can chat and know more about each other's culture. And I am the organizer of this conference. My name is Alina, and my Chinese name is Pan Yue, as you can see on the slide. And we have two co-organizers who are Judy and Clooney. So let's welcome them to introduce themselves.
I'm Judy.
Hi, I'm Clooney. My Chinese name is Wang Guqiao. Yes.
Okay, great. And for the opening, I would like to share a video from the General Consul Mr. Rubén Espinoza from Consulate General of Peru in Guangzhou. And I'm very happy that I can get this video from him. And yeah, so I'll start the sharing. Okay.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Rubén, soy el Cónsul General de Perú en Guangzhou. Deseo felicitar desde nuestro Consulado General a la señorita Alina Pan, estudiante, por organizar la Conferencia de la Juventud Sino-Peruana. Esta es una gran iniciativa, pues permite a los estudiantes peruanos conocer aún más acerca de China, un país al que nos une muchos años de relaciones diplomáticas y humanas. Como sabemos, ambos países son sede y cuna de civilizaciones muy antiguas y queda mucho aún por conocernos. Felicitaciones nuevamente y ojalá puedan conocerse muchos estudiantes de China, muchos estudiantes del Perú. Felicitaciones.
Yeah, so this is the opening video and I get the English subtitles. I hope everyone can understand. Yeah, and let's go back to the PowerPoint. Okay, so the first session would be, I want everyone to turn on your camera and introduce yourself. And please just feel free to express anything you would like to. Here are some examples. For example, are you a college or high school student? One fun fact about you, because we're playing a game later. So don't say too much. And languages and dialects that you speak, or anything anything more you want to share. So from my screen, let's just start from Wendy. Yeah.
Hello. Okay. Hello. My name is Wendy, but my Chinese name is Shen Huixian. Right now, I'm a student in university. I speak Spanish, is my mother tongue. I can speak Cantonese and dialect and a little bit Mandarin. That's
great. Thank you. Thank you so much. And then next, well, actually I can see the name here. I'm sorry, I'd asked to unmute. Can you see the unmute part? Is it working? Yeah, let's just see the participant. Yeah, I'll go with Judy. Judy Chen, is it? Yeah. Judy, I think your internet, there's some problem with the internet connection.
Oh.
Yeah. I think we still cannot hear you properly. Yeah, let's just move on to like we'll come back later, and let's just move on to Emily. Is it okay? Emily Yao.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm Emily Yao, and my Chinese name is Yao Ruohan. And I'm currently a high school rising senior, and I only speak Chinese and English because I don't know any dialects of my mother or my father, and I'm not also good at Cantonese. I only can speak Chinese and English. And the fun facts of me is that I cannot eat spicy food. That's all.
Great. Okay, and how about next one? How about I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, like Hiromi? Is that right?
What up, guys? My name is Hiromi, and I'm from Peru. So my native language is Spanish. I'm 18 and I'm studying laws at university. Glad to meet you guys. Maybe one fun fact about me can be my name is Japanese, but the funny is that none of my family members are Japanese. I mean, I don't know anything about Japanese culture, but it's funny that my name is Japanese. I don't know why, but my mom want to call me like that.
Great. Very interesting. And next one, let's welcome Milagros. Is that right? Mila, is that correct?
Hi, everybody. Yes, Milagros. My Chinese name is Lin Shu. Nice to meet you. I'm a university student. I speak only Spanish. I don't speak English very well. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Great to meet you. And next one, let's welcome Rose.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear
Hi.
me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Nice to meet you, everybody. And I'm Rose. My Chinese name is Huang Zijun. I'm from Guangzhou, but I'm not very good at English speaking. I always speak Chinese and Cantonese. And I'm a high school student in Guangzhou. Thank you.
Great. And okay, then let's welcome Zeyu Xie.
Hi everyone, I'm Yu. You can call me Zeyu. And currently a high school student, and I speak Mandarin Chinese, English, and some Italian. And I'm also learning the Lhasa dialect of the Tibetan language. And a fun fact of mine is that I like maps. And that's it. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. And then next, Sunny Xie. Okay. Yeah, you can just speak. We can hear you now. Is it? I'm not sure if that's internet problem. Okay. Yeah.
My name is Sunny. My Chinese name is Xie Jing'en. I'm just good at Mandarin because I have no real talent for language, but I like language. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, great. Okay, Judy, is your internet working now?
I hope so. Can you hear me correctly now?
Oh, yeah. It's very nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So hey everyone, I'm Judy. I'm currently a high school graduate and preparing to heading to college. And I speak mainly Chinese and English, Mandarin Chinese, but I can also comprehend a little bit of my mother's Hunan dialect and my father's Zhejiang dialect, but I can't speak them. And a fun fact about me is I actually was born in and moved and grew there. It grew in the USA until I was 6, and then I moved to Beijing and stayed there until I was in grade 7, and then I moved to Guangzhou probably 4 or 5 years ago. So yeah, that's a little bit fun fact, but apparently I have no memory at all about me staying in the USA, so that part is not working. Yeah.
Wow, you have been to so many places. And let's welcome Claudia.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Claudia. I am 18 years old. I am an university student. I study marketing and communication. A fun fact about me is that I don't like the most popular dish here in Peru. Well, ceviche. And I can only speak Spanish and a little bit of English. I think I'm not good at all, but I'm trying.
Yeah, great. And Chris, Christian.
Okay, yes, that's my name. Thank you. Hi, I'm Chris. Well, my name is Christian, but I really like when people call me Chris. I am Peruvian too, but doing my doctoral studies here in China. That's my fun fact. I am studying in China more than 3 years, but my main language is English. It's not exactly Chinese, and sometimes I forgot some words in Spanish too. So I'm glad to be here to share some of my knowledge, my experience with you. Glad to show you later something about my nature, my born city. That's what's in Peru. Okay.
Great. Nice to meet you. Yeah, and then let's move on. So, okay, here's the game. And I want like 8 people who you can raise your hand. I think everyone know how to raise hand, right? Does anyone don't know how to raise your hand, like for Zoom? Okay, so if you want to join this game, please just raise your hand, and we want to point out, like you can help me point out, or you can just use the function annotate to mark where your hometown or your current city, you can choose either one, on the map, and then you can like talk something about speaking of historical event, or like statues, like monumental architecture, something about your city. So anyone want to play this? Yeah, like just you can just say where your city is at. Okay, Judy?
Hi, I could start. I would say about my hometown, which is in Chongqing. It is a city that's very famous for hot pot, and very famous in China as the mountain city because it has a lot of mountains. And currently, the thing I found it very interesting is that it's now renowned for cyberpunk. Like its city design is very fancy and very grand, like the idea of cyberpunk. And I could show you people a photo having a train just running into a building, and that's I find it very cool. So that's it.
Yeah, thank you. Does anyone want to share more about where you at? Oh, okay, Emily.
I'm currently living in Guangzhou, China, and it is near the sea. And I love the city because it is has really good scene in the autumn. And Chinese people and Guangzhou people love to eat morning tea at the morning, like eating some dim sums. Did you guys know? And I really love the food, and I like to show you some scenes that I took it myself in here. And it is a street in Guangzhou, and I took it at autumn last year, and it is really beautiful. And it contains, because Guangzhou is near the sea, it will be affected by other cultures like Western cultures in the early modern China, and therefore many buildings and monuments are also affected by the styles of the Western countries like England, and also
Yeah, I know like a place called Xiamen. Like there are many like Western architectures. Yeah, as Emily said. Great. Okay, does anyone want to share? I'm really looking forward to like more Peruvian places where you are at. Yeah, like your hometown. Oh, okay, Chris.
Okay, but I can't use the function annotate here. So I will explain you. It's in Huaraz. Maybe you are seeing the north part of the Lima. The north.
Lima, okay.
Lima,
north.
but it's north part, Huaraz, you say, behind Chimbote.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay,
see,
that's a city where my dad grew up. Then I passed a few times there, but I consider that my born city. So well, that's a really nice city. Well, around the city has a lot of mountains, but really beautiful. This is the capital of the Ancash department, the Ancash County. So there's two important events here in this city. One, unfortunately, was related to an earthquake in the 1970. In 1970, just only 50 years ago, was a big earthquake near to the coastline to that department. So after that, we have a really big disaster. Most of the 300 people died after that. So the second important event was after that event, after this unfortunate event, my country decided to create a national service for attention disasters. So that was really important for the security of the country. What more about that? Okay, historical events. Well, also Huaraz has a really richness, historical temples or city. Before Incas, there was a culture there called Chavin. So that culture makes really big temples connecting with all of the country. So they found some other temples connected with the Chavin temple in middle of the mountain range, more than 3,000 meters above the sea level. So that's really important, and it's really nice to see that the past, our culture there. So maybe later I can show you some videos about that temple, and that's one of the historical.
Yeah, great. Thanks for sharing. And does anyone want to share more? Oh, great. Okay. I'm sorry that I can't see the names, but yeah, Hiromi?
Yeah. Well, I live in Piura. I don't know why. Sorry. Do you hear my dog? He's
it's fine.
Right now. Sorry. Okay, I live in Piura. I can use the annotate function. Sorry, but it's near to Sullana. It's in the north. Okay, my favorite part of Piura, or the best thing about Piura, for me is the food. Personally, I think that food from no other region is better than Piuran food. And in addition to having very nice beaches with seas suitable for many surfers who can practice for their competitions. And I'm not sure about some historical events, but a fact from Piura, or about Piura, is that this was the first city founded by Spanish when they came to Peru to conquer it. I don't know if you ever hear about it, but Spanish conquered the America continent. So when they came to Peru, Piura was the first city founded by them.
Yeah. Great. So it's about like colonial history, right?
Yeah.
Whoa, cool. And so does anyone have more ideas or want to share more? Like we can have like 2 more people. Okay. So let's move on. Yeah, let's just save I'm not sure why it is like my mouse isn't functioning. Oh, Mila? We can hear you now.
Please allow me to speak through a translator. Can I show you something? Have a presentation about my city.
Okay, great. So which one do you want to share?
I can't present with the image on the screen.
Oh. You want to present an image? You can send it to the chat box. I mean, the chat in Zoom. And I can show you. I can show everybody by sharing that.
Sorry, I can't understand much.
Oh, it's okay. You can put your photos in the chat, or actually you can directly put maybe Spanish into the chat, and I can speak out for you for that. Yep. Maybe we can now move on to the next session, and you can put it in the chat at any time, and I'll read it. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. You can put your photos in the chat. And I will take let me take a screenshot to what everybody, people who share where they met. Okay, yeah. So we have people from Huaraz and Piura, and we have people from Chongqing and Guangzhou. Yeah. Okay, I'll clear the drawings. Okay, and I'll share the photos later. Okay, next let's come to this game time. It's another icebreaking session. I want 3 people like to share 3 facts about yourself, and then one of them are true and the other 2, one of them are false and the other 2 are true. So we have to guess which one is true and which one is which one is false. So out of 3, there are 1 that is not true. So everybody else have to guess which one is not true. So does anyone want to play this game? Like, we just want to know more about you, and maybe you can share more about yourself. Yeah. Let's just pick some names. I'll do it randomly. Okay, Rose, can you share? Or do you? Are you okay? I saw Rose. I see Rose is speaking, but I can't hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you now. You can speak now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Is it 1 false, 2 true?
Yeah, one false, 2 true. But you don't have to tell everybody. Like, everybody has to guess which one is right, which one is true, which one is false, which 2 other are true.
I'm not really understand. Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. Like, 你现在可以说一个关于你的假的事件，然后2个关于你自己真的事情，然后我们来猜哪一个是假的。We will guess which one is not true.
就是不知道说什么，我再想一下，等一下。
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Do you have any idea?
I also need some time to think about it, like 1 minute or so. If it's okay.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. We will put this game later to play. And I saw Mila shared the image, and I can download it and show everybody. Okay, I'll share it. You share. So can you all see the photo? Is it working? Yeah. And could you explain where are the where did you shoot these photos? Like where? Is it in which city? Like which city did you shoot this photo? Yeah, here are two other photos. Oh, Minas is Huancayo. Is it the city's name? Great, great. Yeah. So she says it's close to Lima, right? Like the weather is really cold. Here, I guess it's on the mountain, so like it is pretty high, right? So the weather would be colder than it is on lower ground. Yep, and also here are more photos. This one. This one? Is it in a spring? Like I see the tree is it's really prospering, and I saw this and I see this is it fruits or oh, there are flowers here. Yeah, great, great. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, then let's move on. Oh wait, have you thought of any fun facts to share about? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I can go.
Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
Up with three. So the first fact is that I like traveling by plane. And the second one is I like to cook a lot. I make a lot of food by myself. And the third one is I eat a lot of spicy food. And I'll guess which one is false.
Okay. Anyone? Just take a guess. So the first one would be sorry, the first one, which one? The first one
I
is
enjoy traveling by plane.
yeah. Traveling by plane, cooking, and then spicy food.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyone?
I guess the cooking one is wrong.
The cooking one is wrong. Is it wrong?
Yeah.
Do you? Sorry?
Are you? Well, I have to. Well, you're right. I don't cook. I'd love to.
Okay. Great. So
I thought there would be more people to guess, but anyway.
So you love spicy food? Really? You love spicy food? I don't know that.
Yeah, I actually just got back from Chongqing and I enjoyed it.
Great.
So.
Great. So Chongqing is a city that is really well known for its spicy food. Yeah. And then let's move on. This one we'll play it like later. We'll just directly head into the topic, and then we have breaking time to play this. So the first one is about food and culture. So the first question I would like everyone to discuss, like I will raise one question and everybody can have their own ideas. And if you came up with other follow-up questions, then just directly raise your hand and you can ask other questions, anything you want. So the first one is like, if one of your friends from another country come to visit your city or your country, what would you schedule? How would you schedule? Like if you have 2 days to take him or her go around somewhere, like what kind of places or food would you recommend? Does anyone want to try? So it's like you have to take your friend to another city, to your city or to your hometown, and you plan 2 days of vacation. Yeah, it's just a question like like some recommended places you feel that's really good to recommend to other people. Do you have any? Okay, I'll just directly pick. Is it okay?
Or I
or
can
anyone?
go. Just
Yeah,
other people
sure.
can have some.
Yeah.
I guess I should start with my city first because I didn't really introduce it to everyone.
Yeah, sure.
Just a little information on my city. It's called Zhuhai, and it's like 100 kilometers south to Guangzhou, and it's a really small coastal city, and it's close to a city called Macau, which is a special administrative region like Hong Kong in China. And as for the food, it's more or less the same as the food in Guangzhou because we're really close. But here there's a restaurant where they make rice noodles with fish soup, and it's just great. So I guess if anyone wants to come here, just go to that restaurant and you won't regret it. That's the only
So like with fish soup? So like
it's like
fish soup?
it's like a fish soup, but they put rice noodles in it and some like, yeah.
Great. And yeah. Okay, Sunny. Sunny, we can hear you now. Yeah, you can speak now. Sorry, I think it's the problem of internet connection. I can hear it. Okay, you can speak now. Okay. We'll come back to you later. Is that okay? Because I saw like your internet. There's some problem with the internet connection. Okay, Claudia, do you have any idea? Just wondering. Oh, okay. Chris. Oh, sorry.
Well,
yeah, let's
well,
go. Okay.
Yeah, I lived in Piura like Hiromi, and as she said, I would recommend to the food because here we have a typical dish that is called seco de chabelo. It's like meat with bananas and fried bananas and other species. I like this dish because it's from my region, from Piura. It's from Piura. I think it would like to other people that need to taste this dish, and yeah, I would recommend that.
Cool. Thank you. And then Chris.
Okay. I will recommend some food from my country, but it's not from my region, unfortunately, but it's also for other region. It's in the south part of Peru. It's called stuffed red peppers, or we call it rocoto relleno. It's a red pepper with a lot of meat and some vegetables, some cheese, and some other species. inside it, and then it will be they will put in an oven for 2 hours or 3 hours, and then after that it has a really good good taste, but it's only for people who love spicy foods, not for everyone. But it's definitely a high recommendation. And if you visit Peru, so Chinese friends, if you visit Peru and you love spicy food, you have to taste this. I will put in the chat what is the name, stuffed red peppers. It's really famous in the south part of my country.
So do most Peruvian food are most Peruvian food spicy?
Oh, not. In fact, not. Spicy food are in the south part of our country, especially in Arequipa, Tacna. They prepare a lot of, because our peppers are really have level of spice in the south part, but in the north part is different. It's more related to marinade, to fish, and in the middle of the city, also Lima or Andean part of our country is totally different. It's more related to, by example, llama, or by example, lambs. Yeah, so we will have a really huge variety of foods, and not all is spicy. Just one of them are spicy, other for seafood, and so on.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for sharing. Emily?
Okay, actually, the reason why I love the city that I live in, Guangzhou, is that it really has many things to eat. For example, in the morning, like Guangzhou people are really lazy and they like to sleep until 8 or 9 a.m. in the morning, and maybe they would prefer to eat the morning tea in Cantonese restaurants. Like, let me show you the pictures of this. And there are many foods like the shrimp dumplings and the changfen. I don't know how to say it in English.
Yeah,
and
I can find a word for it. It's fine.
And it will usually be put in the food steamer like made of bamboo, and the Chinese Cantonese peoples will like to choose many different kind of the food, and it is very small, and people will like to eat many types of the foods. And also Guangzhou has a very delicious dessert. Do you guys know yangzhi ganlu? And it is made of pomelon and mango mixed together, and it is, maybe some people will put some ice creams on it, and it will really get you away from the hot summer heat, and it will be like this. I took a photo last day. I ate it last day.
Great. I found the photo of changfen, but it's advertisement, so never mind. Yeah, it's like this. It looks like this. Okay, so this one it is with, I think it's with eggs, and then it tastes really, I mean, I think it tastes like soft. So you can sometimes take, it's a bit like the noodles. Yeah. And Mila? Sorry, I can hear you. Oh yeah, I saw in the chat. Yeah, there are a lot of potatoes in Huacaño, and this helps us prepare many different meals. And the most beloved dish in our family is the pachamanca, and the stones are heated with fire until they are red. Then you place the food and collect the rocks. Cover the stones with blankets, tie them down, and pour soil over the blanket. Wait a few hours and it will be ready. Yeah, so it is a very traditional way of making food. Great. And then, so the second question would be, okay, this question is a bit tricky. So you can just like think anything that's related. So can you think of an example of food or festivals related to the fusion of Chinese and Peruvian culture? Like, are there any food or festival that combine Chinese culture, like anywhere, and Peruvian food culture, like anywhere? You don't like north, south, yeah. Can you think of an example? Yeah. Let's see. Wendy, do you have any example?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think is Huane and zhongzi. Here we have a dish that look like a zhongzi. Huane is normally eating in cities from Peruvian Amazon like Iquitos, where I born, Kion and Sillao. To prepare some dishes, Peruvian use ingredients like kion. It's a Cantonese word.
Yeah. I think it's jiang, right? It's like yeah.
Sillao is CEO in Cantonese.
Yeah. 就是 it's 酱油. So yeah. Yeah.
It's used as food, flavoring, and medicine. And sillao we use it's a liquid condiment mostly used to prepare in chifa.
Yeah. Chifa, is it like the cooked rice?
Yeah.
Chifa is a fusion like Cantonese and Peruvian food. We have many restaurants called chifa here.
Yeah, great, thank you. And yeah, let me just like conclude that a bit. So Wendy just the word, I mean, I think huane is is very similar to 粽子 in China, right? So huane is
yeah. We have photos.
Oh yeah.
I will share.
Yeah, sure. You can put it in the chat, or you can just directly like put your photo in the.
I will share a screen.
Okay, sure. I'll stop sharing.
I think give me permission, please.
Oh, permission? I don't oh, it's weird. Okay. Yeah, multiple. Okay, so maybe you can share now. Is it working? Oh, okay. Chris said chifa is a place where we used to eat Chinese food. It comes from the word 吃饭 that Chinese citizens use for referring to the lunchtime. Yeah, I guess actually 吃饭 it can be referred to for me, I would think it as like anytime you want to eat, like for dinner or lunch or breakfast.
Yes, in fact, I'm sorry, I just put lunchtime, but in fact, it's that time is just 起放，然后they used to, because we have 200 years ago, less than 150 years ago, we have really big immigration from Chinese citizens, especially from Canton, Guangdong province, to Peru. So more of the word that we are using now, like Lucian, is showing us like chifa is related to that. So maybe she will explain us better than me.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Whoa.
It's from Zhongzi and Chinese, and this is Juane in Peru. It's similar, but it's version Peruvian and Chinese.
Yeah.
We have festival in June. Yeah, like a festival both in China and like wait.
Wow. I saw I saw so many money in the red pocket. Yeah.
That's how we celebrated it Chinese New Year here.
Yeah. But well, honestly, I haven't received so much money in the picture as you show. Okay. So I wondered if like Gyong and you said Xiao are added into Chifa, is that right?
Yeah, it's special ingredients in chifa.
Yeah. I love like use Xiao with rice, like to make it's not literally like real cooked rice, but it's just rice with Xiao, and yeah, I love the taste. It's just my personal favorite. Okay. And then yeah, so like after this session, I wonder which food from the other country do you want to try most? Do you have any? I mean, I really want to try chifa, to be honest. It looks really great, and I really want to like see how's that different from like Chinese cooked rice or like my grandma's version. My grandma's version of cooked rice. I wonder like what's the difference, and I really want to try it. It seems really delicious.
Alina, can I just share something real quick before we move on from the food topic? So actually, I was in Rome, Italy until last month this year, and there's a Peruvian restaurant there, and actually, I've had a meal there, which was something completely unheard of for me. And this is the photo I've taken. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yeah, we can
Please
see it.
tell me
Okay,
if
I'll stop sharing so that
if
you
they're
can,
original.
Yeah. So Zoe said like he was in Rome, like in Italy. He exchanged to Italy last year, and he showed us photos to ask you guys if this is original. What's the name of the dish? This dish.
That's the problem. I don't remember it.
Do y'all have any idea?
Can I see clearly?
Yeah, Chris.
Sorry.
Sure.
Yeah.
Can I see again? Maybe I can guess.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe my friends also can guess. Oh, ceviche. No, behind that is causa. And also, okay, I will put here ceviche and the front. Ceviche. Behind that.
Yeah, I saw Milas put a smiley face. You think it's delicious, right?
Yeah, and actually, I've also had this one.
Oh, called Inca Cola, is it?
Yeah, it's Inca Cola.
Well,
could anyone please tell me if I could find that thing in China? I really need it right now.
Definitely, all Peruvian wants to taste some Inca Cola one day, but in China it's impossible.
That's actually good.
It's really difficult.
Yeah, like people told me that it has a strange taste, but I turned out liking it. Yeah, so that's a little of my experience in the Peruvian restaurant.
So ceviche. So what's the ingredient of ceviche? I wonder.
It's fresh fish. Just with a special cut, it's fresh fish. It's like sushi in Japanese. But the difference is after we cut the fish, we put some lemon juice. So after the lemon juice will be in contact with the fresh fish, it will make a slightly concoction. So it's really nice to taste that with some onions, jansong, Consul, or maybe yumi. So they're used to put in every region has a different way to prepare the ceviche and different ingredients. But the main is the fresh fish.
Yeah, I can testify. It's really good. The raw fish and the lemon juice. It's really good.
Yeah, and what is causa limeña? Is that right? And papa a la huancaína? Okay. Yeah, maybe let's just move on to the next topic. Yeah, I'll share the screen. Can you all see the screen now? See my screen share? Can you all hear me? Okay, great. Yeah, the next topic will be family and school life. So could anyone tell me what is the educational system of China or Peru? So share about the educational system, like when from which age to which age you go to primary school or middle school. Yeah. Does anyone want to share? Yep. I just okay, Judy, do you have any idea?
Is it me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so in China, I think traditional Chinese public school is divided into like 3 sessions, and then it's the college. The first session is primary school. In Guangzhou, I think we mainly study for 6 years for primary school, but I think it's slightly different from region to region. For instance, it's quite different in Shanghai. I heard from one of my friends, and it's only studied there for 5 years. But in Guangzhou, I will study for 6 years for primary school, and then we enter the middle school for 3 years, then enter the high school for 3 years, which is the most traditionally thought most important period of time, and prepare for the entrance of college. And then it's college for 4 years mainly. Yeah, it's the traditional mode of Chinese public school.
Yeah. Great. Thank you. Yeah, and I guess like the high school 3 years are the most painful of all. I don't know. I haven't been to college yet, but okay. So let's see, Claudia, can you share about the Peruvian educational system?
Yeah, here we have kindergarten for the kids until 5 years old. Then they pass to primary school. Well, primary and then secondary, it's school in general. Like you are in primary, first of primary, when you have like 6 years, 7 years. Then you finished secondary when you have 15, 16 years old, and then you go to university. It's a little fast. Most of students choose a career at 15, 16 years old, and it's a little difficult. Then you go 5 or 6 years to university, and then you work, I think, and that's it.
So when
Other thing that we have here is private schools are for people for students that private school, you have to pay to study in a private school, and then our national schools like are for everyone.
Yeah. So you when would you graduate from college, like university?
Well, from 21, 22 years if you don't fail any class, but it depends of each person.
Yeah, so like you will spend almost 6 years or 5 years for in college, like if you don't like do master degree or doctorate, just university, right?
Yeah, then you can study a major, or here we said maestría. I think it's major. I don't know how it's in English, but yeah, you can have a degree, then doctorado. I don't know how to say it, but you study and then work.
Yeah, great. So it's pretty different that for Peruvian high school there will for Peru there would be like no concept of like Chinese high school, like they're not they can match each other. Like for those who like for us, we're still in high school now, but you're in college, right? So like 16 or 15, like you go to college. So I'm 17, but I'm still in high school. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I thought you know me?
Yeah. There's something that Claudia didn't mention, but I've heard that in other countries they do a single annual exam so they can enter to any university. I don't know if in China is the same, but here in Peru, each private university offers 2 annual opportunities to enter to the university. But in the other hand, the public university just offer 1 annual opportunity. So it's because it's pretty hard to enter to the public university. But if you think about it, the education it's pretty similar. I mean, a public university and a private university have they have the same teachers. I heard that some people used to think that, oh my God, I study at a public university, it's pretty difficult, and you just study in a private university, so you're not so intelligent as me. But that's not true. I mean, you can study at a private university and you can be as intelligent as much as a person who study at a public university, because the education is pretty similar. Well, that's all.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I guess the idea is the same here. For like in China, mostly the best schools are all public school. So it is harder to enter a great public school compared to private school. So a lot of people think that private schools, private universities are not real universities. Yeah, so that there's this kind of stereotype, but it is also said that like for public school, students are more intelligent because like their scores are higher. For example, like Tsinghua University and Peking University, they're all public university. So yeah, I guess this is pretty similar to what you said of the Peruvian educational system and the stereotype about it. Okay, and I saw Rose. You raised your hand. I can hear you now. I guess you unmuted, but there's some problem with your microphone. Yeah, you can directly type in the chat, and now I can speak for you, maybe. Yeah. Do anyone want to share more about the educational system? And a follow-up question would be, what is your intended major at college, and what's your family expectation? Because in China, there are a lot some professions that are more considered lucrative, like earn more money to the others. For example, now computer science is a really hot major in China, and because there are many companies who do, for example, web, like software design, and like AI, artificial intelligence, like these are all related to computer science, and it's a booming industry in China. So I guess I'm wondering like what kind of major are considered great or lucrative in your family, especially. And yeah, does anyone have any idea? Something to share? Okay, Judy Chen, do you have any idea?
So I applied for psychology for the UK schools and neuroscience for the US schools. And I guess this is kind of related to my family because both my father and my mother work in the biology field. They are researchers. And I would say particularly for neuroscience, it's kind of getting more and more popular. We see like Elon Musk has the company Neuralink, and also neuroscience is highly related to artificial intelligence, all the algorithms and stuff. So I would say that's also like getting more and more popular, maybe as popular as CS, I don't know. Yeah, but I myself am more interested in the cognitive parts of neuroscience, and that's more related to psychology. So yeah, not as lucrative as maybe the AI and algorithms part of neuroscience.
Yeah, great. And I guess it can be like kind of neuroscience is kind of combined with like artificial intelligence or something, right? So that's something that you mentioned. Yeah. And psychology. So your family are doing like psychology, or
oh no, they're biology. So more on like genes and how particular genes influence the risk of lung cancer.
Oh yeah, cool.
That's very hardcore to me. Like I didn't want to do this kind of hardcore bio stuff, but still I'm partially interested in bio, so that's why I chose psych/neuro. So it's like a combination of the soft and the hard sciences. That's what I really like.
Yeah, thank you. And then okay, I saw Rose share her comment. She said her sister, her parents, and herself live together, but other families like her aunt and grandparents often gathers together. So she said she has a family of 7 to a certain extent, and then in particular her family is a family of teachers. So every adult has their own field and that is very good at teaching. From childhood to now, she did not lack all kinds of teaching books, textbooks, and extracurricular books because there will be a lot of suppliers to my family. Great, great, great. So your parents are teachers, right?
Yes. Hi, can you hear me? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah, I can hear you now. Great, great. I can hear
Oh,
you now.
yeah. My mother is an English teacher in junior high school, and my aunt is a Chinese teacher, and she teaches the primary school students. Yeah.
Great, great, great. Okay.
And I want to show some pictures.
Okay, sure. You can use your phone, like directly put it in front of
There
your
are
camera.
a few recent photos, and they are on the symbol of Guangzhou, the Canton Tower. Can you see that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can
Canton
see. Like
Tower.
you and your is that your mother and your father?
My mother and my sister and
Yeah, yeah.
my grandparents. And
Cool,
here
cool.
are the family of 4.
And
My sister,
yeah.
and my parents.
Sure, sure.
Yes.
Judy?
And
Judy, do you have any follow-up? Oh, sorry. Yeah, because I saw like raise your hand. Okay. Sure, sure. Do you have anything more to share?
And the picture of 7. Yes.
Yeah, cool, cool.
That is.
Great. Great. Thank you. Thank you. And then sorry, Rose, can I have a follow-up question? Okay. So do your family what does your family like expect you to become, like what kind of profession? Do they want you to become a teacher later? I think you're unmuted, but I can hear you. Judy, Judy, I see you raise your hand. Do you have any question? Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of want to add on to Rose, like how about teachers, this profession. And I think recently in China, teachers, this occupation has been paid very well and having very high income, and seems like the government policy is very encouraging for more people to become teachers. And also in China, I think in a very conventional view, I think most of the countries all share this ideas that occupied in laws or doctors or teachers are very decent and stable jobs for people to choose. And so I think right now, for this time of year for the college entrance examination, I just heard from my sister who is studying in traditional Chinese public school, and she said that the rate of people trying to get into the major in laws are like drastically increasing. And so I think it's a very funny and interesting phenomenon that actually share across the world.
Great, great. Okay, and Rose said people prefer, okay. Rose said they expect me to become a teacher, but I prefer diplomat. Cool, okay. But you can still do both. You can study English and you become a diplomat and a teacher later, if you want. Yeah, and Clooney?
Well, I just want to talk about, just as the Judy said, it is not only the job of teacher is popular, but all of the kinds of related to education is very popular. Yeah, because there is increasing like extracurricular class in China, and the trend is is very great, and in the pandemic period, and there is also many online classes, and so the all aspects of the jobs related to the education have developed so fast in the recent years. Yeah, many people from like just from the like in the teachers in the universities turn to the extracurricular class for the maybe the primary school students and the high school students.
Yeah, sure. Okay. And let's move on to the next question. So I wonder if there are like any family traditions and like did you have in your family? Like for example, for my family, I guess one weird tradition is that we'll have, it's not like weird tradition, but it's just that the way that it is. But like we have lunch, we have dinner every Sunday. I don't know why it has to be Sunday, but it's always Sunday, and I have to eat with my grandparents very often. And actually, my family is a small family. I only live with my mother and my mother. Sometimes mother and my father. Sometimes my grandmother will come and visit us, but it's not very often. So I'm in the family of 3 people, and I wonder like if the families, your family is like a greater family with other traditions. I want, yeah. Do you guys have any idea, something to share? Wendy, do you have something to share? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My family is small. My parents only have 2 sons, me and my brother. But my mom and my dad are Chinese. They arrived in Peru 20 years ago, so that me and my brother, we born in Peru. In my house, we always keep the Chinese tradition. We always celebrated Chinese New Year and Dragon Boat Festival, Mid-Autumn Festival, Qingming Festival, and many more. In addition, in my house, we speak Cantonese and Spanish. That's all.
Yeah, you practice Cantonese more than I do. You probably speak better than I do. Great. And I just want to have a follow-up question. So I wonder, like in your school life and daily life, are there many Chinese in your community? And like, do you experience? Because I heard very little news about discrimination in Peru. Because like people all get along really well. Just from what I can see on the social media. So I wonder if that's the case in your community.
Discrimination in Peru?
Yeah. Like does it exist or in your community, or like everybody really has really nice relationship? I wonder like how you what's the relationship with different people in your community?
Yeah. When I was little, I felt discrimination from my classmates because I was different for them. Sometimes they made comments that made me feel bad. For example, going back to China, or you don't belong here. In the street, people made me the gesture to stretch their eyes with their hands.
Yeah. Like when you grow older, does it change, or like with recent years, do you still see this discrimination going on?
Right now, no. But when I was little, I lived in another city. I think it's for the city, because the city I was live in leader. Is the education is not good.
Yeah. Like in your current city, do you have like many Chinese friends or like Chinese classmates?
No, but I have cousins. I have 怎么说？我可以说
Yeah, you
中文吗？
Of course.
我有很多表姐，还有我的家人都是这里的华侨。That's the reason I don't have friends Chinese. All is my family.
Yeah, great. Thanks for sharing. I learned a lot about this. And so does anyone want to share more about like your city? Do you see this kind of it's not just about discrimination. I mean, you can talk about other aspects about school, like for example, clubs. Do you have any interesting clubs? Like about culture or anything? Yeah, I'll just go with Hiromi. Do you have any idea?
Sorry, what was the question? I couldn't hear you.
So you can talk about like some interesting things in your school. Like is there any clubs that is special for Peruvian culture or something related?
Not at a school, no, but there are many clubs in my university, especially for dances. We have tondero and marinera, but then the other clubs are not really interesting. Or well, maybe they are interesting, but not about Peruvian country. Peruvian, sorry.
Yeah. Like you said the special dancing, is that like the Peruvian dancing club?
Yeah, both marinera and tondero are from the coast, but there are also typical dances at the jungle, and I can't remember right now how to say sierra, but yeah.
Sierra, like the mountains, the Sierra. Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot. Okay, each region has their own typical dances, but at my university we only have club from tondero, of tondero and marinera.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for sharing. And Rose? I can hear you now. Is it, I think your microphone. You can actually type in the chat if you want, and I can read it for you. Yeah, okay. So let's go to the next part. Yeah, for the next part, we'll talk about something more modern, interesting. Yeah, so this part will be language and people. And I wonder if there are any popular slangs or internet, like famous internet memes going on in Peru or China. Does anyone want to share? Like you can explain what does the slang mean, or you can share as a video like how it came from, like where does it come from? Okay. Does anyone want to share? Like any meme, so internet memes. Okay, Judy.
All right, I got one that's more recent about like it is in Chinese called 社牛, and it's the abbreviation of 社交牛逼症. That is a word extended from the initial word that's more common used in life, which is social phobia, and that is a word referring to people not very good at socializing. And now this is a new word referring to people as like socializer, very good at social. However, this word has encouraged many people to become more active in social circumstances. However, it has some bad negative effects on the society. Like before, I heard some news about people trying to be famous as the slogan of being as a socializer. So they're doing very crazy things in public and like really disturbing the like public security and order. And I'm just wondering whether it's a new or it's a common like having a slogan or like a meme in a culture and then extending to like very weird things in public in action.
Yeah. So like it is the opposite of social phobia. It became like super extroverted that it scares people, right? Okay. And then Claudia? Oh yeah, let's just go from okay, Emily. I think Emily raised her hand first, right?
Okay. Recently my favorite internet slang word is 摆烂. It is because like a very long traditions of China, and the parents always encourage the students to be very hardworking, and also because the limited resource of China, and China has the biggest populations in the world, and people have to compete very much and very hard to gain a word in the college, get a seat in the college, and also and gain a better work, and so that the society encourages people to be very hardworking and very and people are feeling very tired. Therefore, they invent this word called 摆烂, and it means that if you don't want to be hardworking, and you can just stop and enjoy yourself and not worry about some things like, and if I'm doing so much homework and I'm afraid of standardized tests, I can and after learning these words, I just become unaware of that and just feel comfortable for myself and not to be so hardworking like others.
Great. I use this word a lot. I really love your explanation. It's fantastic. Okay, and next, Hiromi.
Okay, Peruvian slangs are, well, most of the Peruvian slangs are related to food, and one of them is que palta, because palta is avocado.
Can you type it in the chat? Can you type it in the chat so that we can all see it?
Okay. Wait.
Yeah.
Que palta y que roche, it means the same, and it's what a shame. This expression can be used in a place of the other standard Spanish phrases like que pena and que vergüenza, which have the same meaning. It's what a shame. When you feel ashamed, you do something embarrassed, so you say, oh my God, que palta.
Yeah.
And another slang can be ya fuiste, ya te fregaste. Do I write it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. That means the moment has passed or you missed the opportunity. This expression is the best used between close friends. You don't use this expression with your teacher or something important. No, it's just with close friends. And it's not the most sympathetic response and may even come across as rude in certain situations. So you have to be pretty careful when you use that expression.
Yeah, definitely. And I think as Emily mentioned, like 摆烂, it is not, you cannot use it with your teacher. You cannot talk to your teacher like, okay, I'm going to 摆烂. Okay, well, 摆烂. You can't do this. Right. Okay. So Claudia?
Yeah, to add, another slang that we always use is al toque. That means like right away, straight away. This is an expression that means immediately. Its meaning that can be stretched to a few hours. It's like right now. You need to do something right now. Another is bacan, that means cool. It's a common word used when you are with a friend and you express a favorable opinion of something or someone. It's cool. It's bacan.
Could you please type it in the chat?
Okay.
Like so that we can see it.
The first one is al toque, and the second one is bacan.
Yeah. So bacan it means school, right?
Cool, yeah.
And
means al toque okay. Right now.
Yeah. Sure. Great. Fantastic. I learned a lot of new words. I didn't know them before. Okay. So yeah, that's language and people. I'd also have a question, but I'm not expecting an answer. It's just that I'm interested in the language of like the fusion of Chinese and Peruvian culture. So I wonder if there are any like loan words in Peruvian, like you in Spanish and Peruvian Spanish, like you take words from other countries, other languages, and you put it in your own language. For example, I think cafe, like coffee. They are words that are loan words, not from. I mean, in Chinese we call it cafe, but definitely cafe is not a Chinese word originally. We just borrowed it from other languages. I wonder if there's this phenomenon in Peru from like, I don't know, Quechua or like other dialects spoken in Peru. Yeah, maybe I guess this question is like it's a bit weird. It's too tricky. Yeah. It's okay. Let's move on to the next question. So this question is also one question I'm really curious about. So could you describe the gender role or some gender expectations in China and Peru? I mean, maybe you can say something about like what would mostly like the society mostly expect males to do. For example, I'm not sure what's the situation in Peru, but in China, traditionally, men are expected to earn money for the family in ancient times, and this kind of prolonged, and it kind of continues to modern days. And some expectation like this, are there any? So I think everyone can share their views. I'm just curious about like how you perceive this and what's your idea about it? Okay, I'll just directly. Zoyu, do you have any idea? I think I can see you, but I cannot. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we're just talking about like gender roles and expectation. You can describe it from. Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. Like
you can
people
say
think
something
about this
small.
issue differently. And should I say my view or just like in general?
Yeah. Just in your view, like anything from your side, your family. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like the entire country or anything that big.
Yeah. I think my parents don't really have this, I don't know how to put it. I don't think they have these stereotypes of gender. As for my parents, but well, let's just say this: I have my grandma from my mother's side. She had passed away like years ago, but she's from North China, and she wouldn't come to the table well, like before when we had dinner or had lunch. She wouldn't come to the table to eat with us. And my father told me it was because like when she was young, she was taught that like women shouldn't be eating with the males in the family on the same table, something like that. And so like years later, she would still refuse to do that. But that's like 2 generations ago.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, and we can see that it's progressing, right? You don't see this situation anymore in your family, right?
Yeah, actually, I couldn't believe it when I first heard of this.
Yeah, great. And Judy?
Yes, just kind of want to add on to it because I feel like since I'm actually I live in Guangzhou. I was born in Guangzhou, but my father is from Chongqing, and my mother is a Hakka person, which is like a type of,
right?
Yeah. And I think the situation in China is kind of like differed from places to places and from, and like for instance, from my father's side, I think they don't have like very severe discrimination or treated differently with male and female. However, from my mother's experience, at least from my grandmother, she is very like she treasures boys more than girls, and so my mother was grown up in a family with more loving and more attention for her brother instead of her. But my mother is like a very independent and strong woman, so I don't experience this kind of phenomenon personally, but I know it's existing still. Like girls shall do the housework and boys shouldn't do it, and like there are a lot of this kind of stereotypes right now still.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for sharing. Okay, I saw Hiromi.
Okay, this is not pretty good to say, but when it comes to gender problems, what I can say is that Peruvian society, it's still quite sexist and conservative. Although there have been certain changes, the truth is that there are still many things that we have to improve as a society, since personally, I believe that living here is not 100% pleasant, especially when you're a woman because of the society. But I mean, it's a beautiful place and it has like awesome dishes, but as a society is not as good as many people think. Maybe because we are the third world, but I don't know.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. And Claudia, do you have any idea?
I can agree with Hiromi. Be a woman here in Peru it's difficult, but we hope as Peruvians that society could change as years pass, so that
Yeah, like what kind of stereotypes exist in Peru, like gender expectation for women or for men? Like, could you elaborate, like explain a bit on that?
Yeah, one of the most one stereotype that I think it's, for example, women belong to kitchen, or another is that men can't cook or men can't prepare meal or something. It's only for women. I think it's the most gender problems here in Peru. Or in the work, men's are more can do a better work than women's, that and it's another gender problems, I think.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing. I guess it's pretty similar to like some phenomena mentioned, like some phenomena in China now, and I think that's kind of the stereotypes are kind of similar, because I was wondering like whether this is like a world, like it's going on throughout the world, in Peru as well, or is it just like in China, like uniquely? So yeah, I thought there's a lot of similarities between these. Yeah. And yeah, so we're now heading to the end, but like I left an activity, as I said at the start, so I want everybody, maybe we can share, we can also make this as a closing session activity. So I have this link, and everybody can go onto this link, and in this session you can type like your impression on China, and like for Peruvians you can type your impression on China. For Chinese, we can type your impression on Peru, and we can see like what are the stereotypes, and if they're wrong, maybe people can clarify it. So, and I'll put this in the chat box so that everyone can log on to the, yeah, and I'll start the sharing of yeah. Can you all see the screen? And we can see the later we'll see the text on the slideshow. So for those for Chinese students, now you can type. We have another slide for Peruvians, and now like let's just look at it. So for the Chinese students, you can type your impression on Peru. Anything like your it's okay to be stereotyped, because we're here to explain and learn more about it. Like maybe you can type something. Okay, I saw goat rush. And then you can type in multiple answers, and like we can have more text here. Are you all can you all log into the, like just open the link in the chat? Yeah. Okay, I saw enthusiastic. Okay. Subtropical country. Okay, I'm really curious about like gold rush. Is it are there any gold rushes like going on in Peru? Okay, Latin America. That's straight. You're just stating truth. Okay. Say something more interesting. Okay, great. I wonder if there is gold rush going on. Lots of hot food. Okay. Okay, speaking of llamas, I got this one. Is it alpaca? Yeah, it's cute, right? I didn't expect that to be blue. It just I booked it and it sent me in this blue color. It's random. I don't think there are any blue alpaca in Peru, right? Yeah. Oh, Guinea pig? Is it in Peru? Inca civilization, great. Okay, I want to ask some Peruvians to maybe like pick one of two to say something about it. Hiromi?
Okay, maybe this is a pretty common stereotype that Peruvians are living among llamas and even riding llamas. Maybe you would think that. And it's not true, or well, not at all. It's partially true because there are a lot of llamas here around Peru, but mainly in highlands. And we don't ride llamas. We can ride llamas. They are used as packed animals, though, and for their wool too. And about guinea pig, yeah, most of Peruvians eat guinea pig. I haven't tried it, but my mom did it, and it looks, it's weird, but it looks delicious. I don't know. It's like KFC, like Kentucky. Have you ever seen Kentucky? Right? It looks like that. It's a way to cook it, but I haven't tried it. But yeah, some Peruvians eat guinea pig. I don't know about the other impressions. Sorry.
Great. That's interesting. Okay, Claudia, do you have anything to share? Like you can pick one or two you found interesting.
Yeah, about Peru is a subtropical country.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Actually, we, Hiromi, Wendy, and I lived in one of the most hot cities in Peru. It's Piura. It's the sun is, it's really, the sun is, it's really good for people who likes hot climate, but that's why we have a lot of beaches here, and the tourists come to Piura to see that.
Yeah. Wait, who typed Adventures of Tintin?
I did.
That's funny. Okay, cool. And I wonder, like Japanese residents. So Hiromi, you mentioned that your name is a Japanese name, right? Like, do you have Japanese family members?
No, because that was the reason, because I said it was a fun fact, because none of my family members are Japanese. I don't know any Japanese, but my mom liked the name, so she called me Hiromi. I don't know the Japanese community here.
Like, what's the meaning of Hiromi, like in Japanese?
I can remember. Well, I can say okay. God blessed. I'm gonna say bendecida por Dios, blessed by God, or something like that.
Cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like your name. Your name is really cool. Okay. And then lots of hot food. Yeah, this one was explained by Chris before. And yeah, I guess there are a lot of interesting things. And Inca civilization, for this one, I'm really curious about, like, I really want to go to Cusco sometime to see like Machu Picchu. Have any of you been there before? No. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. This one is just I'm interested in this one. Never mind. Okay. So you can, for Peruvian students, now you can create your tag about like some impressions on China. Like anything, any city, any places, yeah. And I think it's the same link as the one I put in the chat. Can you all open it? Is it working now? Yeah, sure. Let's just wait a minute to see. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Advanced technology. Is it? Okay, overpopulation, right? Great. Chinese food. Security. Yeah, I think we can talk about it. Now, I found red color. Well, this one is interesting. Okay, does anyone want to say something about the text that you think interesting? Emily, do you have any idea?
Yeah, China did have many advanced technologies because like the highway trains, it isn't a very fast speed because maybe Chinese governments are able to build those things without permission of the people. And also the security one, I think indeed China is a relatively safe country because maybe there's not many guns in China and people are not allowed to do some things, and there is also always 监控. There's also the monitoring.
Monitor, yes. They're like the camera for monitoring on the streets so that they can monitor the what's going on the road. And I think I want to add something with the red color because I found it really interesting. Like every time when you see the Olympic Games, like every Chinese athlete wear this kind of red clothes, and like people say it seems like tomato with fried eggs. So it's a very famous dish. It's called 西红柿炒蛋, which is like they're always red, white, and yellow, like 3 colors. So everybody like it's just some people think it's not beautiful because like every time you get the 3 colors, that's not innovative enough. But some people think that's the representative color of China. So yeah, people have different ideas. Yeah. And anyone want to share more about this?
I could share a
sure.
bit about like, overpopulation. I think it's really correct, but recently, because of the cancel of birth control, and before like China has implemented a very effective birth control, and however recently because of the decrease of birth rate, and now it's it kind of has a great gap between like the ages, and it has the danger of slipping into like overaged population, like circumstances, and also about red color. I think it's very like cute dragons, and actually I read some like books, or I don't know whether it's really accurate, but in the first dynasty of China, it actually has the color of black as a national color, and it's according to Wu Xin. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a
like five elements, like
yeah.
gold, the wood, I don't know, 金木水火土, how to say it, water, fire, and the soil. Not sure if that's correct. Like the 5 elements that constructs the world. That's the theory that the ancient people have.
Yeah, the traditional view. And so in the first dynasty, I think because of the lack of water elements somehow, and so they choose black as a national color, but later on it just transits into red and yellow. Yes.
Yeah, great. And thanks everyone for sharing. I learned so much today. As this one said, like I think I also learned new words. It's definitely true for me as well. Yeah, so I just switch back to the PowerPoint. And okay, so yeah, and for the closing session, like we only have 1 minute left, so I'll just do it quickly. And so everyone, we can just feel free to share on you found interesting, something you found interesting in today's conference, and share your final thoughts or add something. Yeah, does anyone want to say something? Like if we, yeah, I think we can, you maybe just mention, okay, you know me?
Well, I have to say that you guys gave me the impression of being such a nice people with whom you can start a nice conversation. And I really love this experience, and I would be happy to do it again.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I hope we can have a second chance to offer another session of conference, and maybe we can talk more in the next session, maybe. I mean, if you guys have time later. And anyone want to share more? Judy, do you have any idea?
Yeah, I just want to express my appreciation for everyone, and also for Elena for this efforts of organizing this amazing session. And I found it very interesting about Peru, because before I really have very limited knowledge or background information regarding Peru. And now I really, like, after doing primary research and also like during the session, learned so much, and I really want to someday perhaps travel to Peru when the pandemic is over. Yeah, and very grateful for everything.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank everyone. And I really learned so much in today's session, and I really hope that one day I can taste chifa, like the real original chifa in Peru. Okay, and thank you all for attending today's conference. Yeah, and I think it's pretty successful, and I talked all of the topics that I want to share and talk with you all. And yeah, and hope you all have a fantastic week. Yeah, thank you so much. Great. Yeah, and I'll share the conclusion of the conference later with you all, so that you can like see what we talked about, some interesting content. Yeah, thank you all so much. Bye.
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 Bye.